Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Make an Open World RPG. In this episode we're going to be answering a question by Kitty Power, which is how do I make an NPC, actually no, how to make it so something happens when an NPC walks into a square, or to make something happen when the NPC walk into a square. So what we're going to do is, I've already made the square that the NPC is going to walk into. So this is basically like a cutscene kind of thing, but also a variable tutorial. So what we're actually going to do now is just go ahead and make an NPC. Let's use this guy, although he doesn't really fit, and call this guy NPC. So now what we're going to do is make a parallel processed event at the top right corner. It could also be a common event, but I'm going to make it parallel processed. So what we're going to need to do is track the NPC. So we're going to require two variables to do this. So we're going to go ahead and go to control variable, set variable, go down to game data. Actually, no, let me make NPC X and NPC Y. NPC Y. We're going to go ahead and select NPC X. So what we're going to do now is make NPC X keep a track of the NPC X location on the map. So what we're going to do is go down to game data, set, it has to be on set game data, then we're going to click the dot, and we're going to go up here to characters, and then we're going to select NPC. And then what is it going to keep track of? Make sure to not use screen X and screen Y. We want map X and map Y. So we're going to pick map X for this one. Click OK. We could just go ahead and copy this, paste it, and just go ahead and change this to map Y, and change this to map Y. Okay, so now this event is going to be keeping track of the NPC's location on the map. So now what we're going to do is actually look at the coordinate down here and click on just click on one of the squares, and then as you can see, this is 6 3. So the 6 is the X and the 3 is the Y. So what we're going to do is actually make another event. And keep in mind, this is a lot easy. This will be done easier. Oh wait, this will be a lot more easier if you use a script to do it. Yeah, there we go. This will be a lot more easier if you use a script to do it, because all you would then have to do is get a script and then like use the map regions, and then once the NPC enters that map region or whatever, something happens. But we're inventing it. So now what we're gonna do now is actually, so if this is supposed to make it, if the NPC is being controlled and you're controlling it, is a lot easier. But if the NPC is moving at random, then you will have to keep a track of all 4 squares. So that's what we're going to do. So conditional branch variable NPC Y. I'm just going to leave it at 0 right now. And then just go ahead and copy this and also change this to Y and leave that as it is. So this is 6 3, this should be 7 3, and this should be 7 4, actually 7 2. Okay, so 6 3 6 4, I mean 6 3 7 3 6 3 7 3 6 3 7 3 6 3 7 3 6 3. So this is 7 7 7 7. Okay. Oops, wrong person. So what we're gonna do actually now is go ahead and set the X to be 6 and the Y to be 3. One more thing you need to keep in mind: if you're using pixel movement, if you're using the script that's a pixel movement, it's gonna be weird because the numbers will no longer be whole numbers. They will actually be decimals. So you have to keep that in mind. If you want to keep a track of a decimal, all you have to do is enter a decimal. Actually, it's more complicated, but you have to keep track of it if it's less than or greater than, because you can't actually keep track of decimals with this. I'm pretty sure you can't. Yeah. So this one is when it enters this square right here. Then we're gonna have to to make it less confusing, I'm actually gonna just paste it down here, and then the next one will be 6 4 6 4 for here. Actually 6 3 7 3. So confusing keeping track of these things. Okay, 7. This will also be a 3. And then we're gonna go ahead and copy, paste. This one will be a 6 6, and this will be a 2, I believe. So it's 6 2, and then 7 2 6 2 7 2. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and copy here, and then we're gonna go ahead and change this to a 7. Okay, so at this point you could do, actually no, you can't. So just go ahead and copy this. At this point you could do you could do multiple things at this point. One thing you could do is make it so that once you've entered any of the locations of the square, you can make it turn on a variable or turn on a switch. You can make it go up a variable or make it turn on a switch, and then make another event that controls it. It could also be this event, but let's make this parallel process. Because I don't want this event to be any more confusing, because I could just like cut them and then like add them into each other, but then they will get confusing. So what I'm just gonna do is make a control switch and NPC and SQUARE, NPC and square. Turn that on, and for each of these we're gonna go ahead and just make it turn on like that. So we're gonna go ahead and press OK. Also you can make it turn off, like if it gets confusing, but if you wanted just to, once you enter the square then something happens, so we're gonna need another event now to actually set the condition of what happens in the square. Insert parallel actually auto run. Insert NPC and QARE, NPC and square, switch, NPC and square, auto run, and then insert cell switch A on new event page, cell switch A. Okay, so we're actually going to make this NPC move that random. We're going to go ahead and just make it move fast. We're going to put it right next to the square and see what happens. We are still in this house. Oh no, I'm actually using pixel movement, so yeah, let me go ahead and just get rid of this battle system real quick. Where the f***? Oh, I have no idea where I'm at. I actually know, but let me go ahead and just close this out. Players start position right here. Put it close to this guy. Okay, so now we will wait for this guy to actually enter the square. And if you press F9, and you can go down to your variables to actually check out the NPC's location, and then as he's moving, F9, you will see that, oh, sorry, that is also moving, keeping track of his location. So we just wait for him to enter the square. Oh, and as you can see, something happened. Of course, it's not going to happen again because he actually entered the square and then he's out of the square. But you can make it so that the NPC actually starts moving. So let's go ahead and do that. Double click, insert, set move route, NPC, wait. Actually, no, don't wait. What do we want him to do? How would I stop him from moving? I actually don't know. Boom. I actually don't know. But what we could actually do now is go here, copy, paste, make this fixed. NPC and square. There we go. I couldn't think of it out there, but I figured it out in my mind. Hopefully this time he will not there we go. And he starts moving. And you could basically do whatever you want at this point. Why is he taller than me? Why are you taller than me, guy? And that's it for this tutorial. Again, this isn't the only way you could do it. There's other ways you could invent this, and also using scripts to do this would be the easiest way to do it. But this is how you would do it. Thanks again for watching. I will see you guys on the next episode that I do. And peace.